gentlemen, there's the buzzer summoning both teams to their benches. Welcome to Upper St. Clair Panther basketball. Tonight we'll be having the final game of the Model Cleaners Holiday Classic. Your Panthers of Upper St. Clair will be playing the Monessen Greyhounds. Well, the teams are matching up tonight based on victories in the first round. Monessen beat South Park, or St. Clair beat South Park 71-51 last night, while Monessen snuck past Bethel Park by 6. Nick Bolius, a junior, he'll be running one of the guards. What you'll notice here very quickly, what you'll notice is that the front line for the Greyhounds is very, very tall. That looks like they're starting a three-guard offense, but they go 6'7".
He's a sophomore. He wears number 25. He is Josh Stopoli.
Josh Stopoli.
Starting five, number 10, a junior, 6'4" forward. Terrence Stopoli, your coach is your head coach.
So we have Josh and Terrence Stopoli with an assistant coach, Stopoli. So it's the Stopoli family running the Monessen basketball team this year. And then they have another gentleman that comes off the bench, Alonzo Payne, who's 6'7".
Starting at center, he's 6'6", he's a junior, wears number 41, Garrett Del Rey.
Garrett coming off a nice performance last night. He grew an inch overnight. He was introduced at 6'5" yesterday.
Number 4, Steve Lamberio.
Steve had 12 last night. Couple of threes.
He's a senior, he's number 5, he is David Steen.
Steen contributed 7 last night against South Park.
He's 6 foot tall. He's a senior. He wears number 3. He is Jordan Albert.
Jordan Albert will be running the point again for Coach Holzer.
10 Panthers. His guard forward. He's 6'4", senior. Number 23, Brett McCormick. The Panthers are coached by head coach Dan Holzer, assisted by Darrell Porter, Gavin Williams, Tim Burnett, and DJ Gambridge. Your officials for tonight's game are Don Lee Francis, Mario Seneca, and Ron Lyon. Let's play some basketball. Good luck, team.
As we get started here, we'll give you the sartorial update. We have the Monessen Greyhounds in white with black trim going left to right. The Panthers wearing their road blacks, black with white and red trim, white numerals. On the bench, once again, the visitors go with the casual look of black golf shirts, while the St. Clair coaches go with the more traditional suit look. All the St. Clair coaches in dark suits. Looks like the coaches have taken a hint from Danny Holzer. They're going with dark shirts with dark ties. Holzer wearing a red mock turtleneck underneath his black suit tonight. It looks like it's fresh from Model Cleaners. Panthers control the tap. Greyhounds setting up in what would appear to be a 1-2-2 or a 3-2 zone. Panthers will do some probing here early to see where the gaps are. McCormick flashing across the front. Del Rey posting up down low. Kicks it back out for the open three. Panthers strike first blood with Lamberio hitting a nice smooth three from the left wing. Panthers in full court pressure. I think that's a theme you'll see just watching a few minutes of the game last night. The Panthers would appear to have the advantage in the backcourt, better ball handlers and some long defenders, where the Greyhounds would probably have a little bit of an advantage with their length and athleticism underneath. Panthers pressed. The press was broken. They got a layup, but it was fouled on the layup. Terrence Stopoli drops the first one in. Second one is long. Rebound McCormick. 3-1 here early going. Holiday Classic. Brought to you by Model Cleaners. Now with the height advantage underneath, we'll be looking for McCormick and Lamberio to be draining those threes. If you get Steve an open look, he's deadly. cross-court pass into Delray. Delray kicks it back out to Steen for the three-pointer. Steen's fouled on the shot. He'll be shooting three. First team foul for the Greyhounds. The lefty stroke is good. First one is good. Why is it no matter the sport, whether it's baseball, basketball, bowling, or golf, a lefty always looks smoother with his shot? Even when he misses, he looks good. Steen goes 1 for 3. Monessen controls the rebound. The Monessen player appears to have tripped, sprained his ankle as he was crossing mid-court line.
Jeff Francia entered the lineup for the Greyhounds.
That was Trey Cook that twisted his ankle. Jeff Francia comes in for him. Jalen Madison putting the ball in. 2 is Nick Bolius. Panthers back into that 2-3 zone. They eschewed the zone last night, primarily going man-to-man against South Park. A long 3. Front rim. Bounding. Jump ball.
Possession to the Greyhounds.
Now, if you were watching an ESPN broadcast, they'd call that a scrum. But I know everyone out there listening to me knows that that's not a scrum, because once they go to the ground, the scrum is over. So by definition, that cannot be a scrum. Again, Panthers coming out, pressuring the ball. Not going into the strict double team as they did last night on South Park. Pressure defense on the guard up top caused the errant pass. 4-1 Panther lead, 5:56 remaining first quarter. Sparse crowd here tonight. I dare say there are 20 students in the student section, and 8 or 9 of them are the JV team. McCormick in the lane, gets his own rebound. Ball wrestled away from McCormick by number 10, Terrence Stapoli. A quick jump, but the possession arrow was pointing to the Panthers. Steen to inbound the ball. Sees Lamberio on the wing. Again, McCormick surveying the territory as he took that pass. Almost surprised there wasn't anyone on him. 6-1 Panther lead. Dangerous cross-court pass. Jumper rattles it home. That was Nick Bolius, his first basket. The PA man said Bolius, I said Belias. Delray drives, goes up strong. Stapoli looks at the ref with astonishment, but I think he got him with the body, got him with the leg. Number 15, Cam Johnson, looks to be like he'll be reporting in off the bench after Delray's first shot. Delray banks it home. He seems to bank one in every game. Some size up front now with Cam Johnson in. The 6'7 Johnson may cause some problems for the Panthers. The lefty, quick rebound and pass to half court. Panthers back quickly, 7-3, 4:59 remaining. A little do-si-do in the corner by Stapoli. The Greyhound guard took his eyes off the ball, was able to maintain possession. He felt the pressure of the St. Clair defense took his eyes off the ball and didn't catch it. Luckily, it bounded off out of bounds off of Alpert's ankle. Six-seven Johnson tips the ball around but can't control it. Lamberio for three, yes.
Lamberio, his second three.
10-3, 7-point Panther lead. We're approaching the midway mark. They get it into Johnson, and he's fouled. Not only does Johnson have a couple of inches on Del Rey, he probably has a couple of inches of wingspan, and is a bit more athletic. He can get up in the air. In the last night's game against Bethel, he got out on the break a few times for a couple of jams. Very impressive. The big man runs the floor. You have to get it to him. So again, watch number 15. He'll be running the floor. Baseline three-pointer. Long rebound to Bolius. A lot of contact underneath. Again, that height differential getting the offensive rebounds for the Greyhounds. That's just a little too long, son. The Panthers disrupting several interior passes by the Greyhounds on that possession. And we've got that substitution pattern that we saw last night where we have Conwell and Worthy, the sophomores, Christian Beck and Dietrich coming in. Liberio staying out there. Again, if you watch that play, you saw Johnson come down court flying through the air. He runs the court well. On the previous possession, Beck put a body on the thinner Johnson. Johnson was looking for a foul, doesn't like the contact, but that's the only way you're going to be able to make up for the 4 or 5 inches in height.
Worthy, Beck, and Dietrich into the lineup for the Panthers. And Conwell.
As a young power forward for the Paul Six Patriots back in New Jersey, I frequently had men much taller than me that I had to guard, and I just use shoulders and gluteus maximus to make up the difference. 10-3, Panthers lead stays at 7. Rejection by Johnson on that last possession. Johnson crashing the boards. I could have sworn he started last night for Monessen. I'm not sure why he came off the bench tonight. Perhaps a message from the coach. Oh, in and out. Beck Beck had the rebound, but the ball goes out of bounds off of Conwell. Alpert in for Lamberio.
Jordan Alpert back in for the Panthers.
Panthers picking up in the backcourt.
Toss it out in for the Greyhounds.
Worthy with the steal. Now, Mike had a thought, decided not to take it. Again, the guard play for Monessen not quite up to the play of their front line. Panthers will look to press when they get a chance, take advantage of their superiority in the backcourt. A little head fake by Alpert. He got inside amongst the trees, wanted to kick it back out, but couldn't get his feet underneath him. Someone's got to get off the court. Steen in for Conwell. Number 20, Shawsonan in for the Greyhounds, along with 11, Brady Kunza. There's a jumper from the corner, a little long rebound, bounding around, finally controlled by the Greyhounds. Shawsonan tries to work it inside to Johnson. Broken up by Dietrich. Long pass to Worthy. He'll kick it back out. Johnson making his presence felt. And another walk. Again, as I said before, Johnson long, lean, and very athletic. 10-3 Panther lead. 1:55 remaining first quarter. Here in the final round. That's got to be a walk. Oh, man, I think he shuffled his feet before he got knocked down.
St. Clair foul on Steen, that's on the floor.
Shawsonan to inbound the ball under the basket. Stapoli, Terrence out front. Terrence goes baseline, tries a little Dr. J. Doesn't work. Worthy on the break. Pulls up short with that quick release. Quick release. He got it up in the air. There's Johnson underneath. They're trying to get it inside to Johnson. Not a bad idea since their outside shooting is a bit off. 12-3, 9-point Panther lead. Deflection by Bolius, or by Francia. Neither coach is somebody's going to be upset with this call. Looks as though the Monessen Greyhounds are calling a timeout.
Hey, you guys know how cold it is out there. So
Timeout with 1:15 remaining by the Greyhounds. Panthers enjoying a 9-point lead.
or office pickup and delivery service. There are no delivery charges. Twice a week service in 53 communities. For additional details, stop out at the table outside the gym, see one of the Park brothers. Pick up your discount bag and find out about getting started with the service. Again, thank you, Moto Cleaners.
I will try not to compete with the model cleaner promotion during these timeouts. Panthers with 3 team fouls. Monessen with 2. Possession arrow pointing to the Greyhounds. Greyhounds back on the court with Shawson and Brady Kunza, Jeff Francia, Cam Johnson, and Stapoli Terrence. Panthers back with their starting lineup. Look like we've got a 1-3-1. Will it morph into broken up? McCormick jumped that pass nice. Looks to drive. A little bit of contact. Lamberia with the follow-up. Can't get it to go. Shawson putting the ball inbounds. St. Clair, full court pressure. Again, they're making the guards work for every inch of real estate. You don't want don't want the ball in the hands of your big man in that case. St. Clair allowed him to get the ball. He whipped it back to Shawson. St. Clair has the ball. 3-pointer. Oop, thought Albert was going to go up. St. Clair resets their offense. Three-pointer from Steen. Rebound far side to Johnson. Johnson a little sloppy with the rebound. McCormick gets a deflection, and then the ball, it'll stay white ball. But again, that deflection gives St. Clair a chance to set up their defense. Johnson being admonished by the coach. (12-3) Panther lead. 30 seconds to go here in the first quarter. Stapoli can't get that running one-hander to go. Little jump hook, sort of. Del Rey kicks it back out to Albert. Long three. Appears to be a little bit of frustration. Setting in on the Greyhounds. Number 12 is Alonzo Payne. Came in for Johnson. Alpert tries to intercept. To no avail. 5 seconds. 3-pointer from Shawson. Front rim. Rebound, bounding. Oh. Brady Kunza got his hands on the ball. Put the ball back up, but couldn't quite get it to go.
On the MSA Sports Network on KQB 1410. Go to www.msasports.net at any time to listen to this game. They are the official network of the WKL Boys and Girls Championship. Announcing tonight's game, Tony Lee and Don Rimmel.
Panthers with probably their best defensive quarter of the season so far, holding the Greyhounds to only 3 points. Nick Bolius had a 2, and Terrence Steppoli was 1 for 2 from the free throw line for a total of 3 points. Over on the Panthers side, pretty balanced scoring. McCormick had a bucket, Steen had a free throw, Del Rey had a free throw, Worthy had a little slider in the lane, and Limberio kicked in a couple of threes, a couple of smooth as silk threes. Here at the beginning of the second, with the possession arrow pointing to St. Clair, the Panthers will inbound it at half court. We have Worthy, Alpert, Conwell, Beck, and Dietrich. On the other side of the ledger, Shawson and Bolius, Steppoli, and Jalen Madison. Worthy with the lefty dribble, drops it off for Albert. Albert head fake, lets his man run right by him, pull up jumper, yes.
Albert for 2.
That's Jordan's first basket. Just inside the three-point line. Long rebound to Napoli. He decides to throw up the turnaround jumper. Weak side rebound by Shawsonan. Gets fouled by a combination of a defensive tackle and a linebacker. He succumbed.
That is for
Now,
15
14-3 Panther. 11-point lead, largest of the evening. 7:22 remaining here, early going, second quarter. That turned ankle earlier in the first half by Trey Cook doesn't look like he'll be back in the game. He has his shoe off and he's on crutches. Didn't appear that he turned it that badly. Maybe he just re-injured an already bad ankle. But it does not look like their starting point guard will be back in. That does not bode well for the Greyhounds. Three-pointer from Worthy. Gives Worthy 5 for the night. 17-3, 14-point Panther lead. Napoli misses a shot, followed by his brother Napoli. Team Napoli getting a couple of points up there on the board for the Greyhounds. 17-5, Panther lead. Coach Holzer looks like he'll be bringing his starting lineup back in at the next break in action. Worthy with the dribble, dumps it off to Beck. Beck powers his way up, can't get it to go. Decides here you go, Dakota. Dakota draws backboard, no rim, but he jumps the pass. Oh, a little racehorse basketball. Dakota looking like the linebacker that he is, picking off that pass. But he also showed some linebacker hands there. At any rate, starting lineup back in for the Panthers. Bolius picks up Alpert. Madison picks up Steen. Cam Johnson back in at the last break also for the Greyhounds. Thought there was a little push and shove, but Del Rey is called for the travel. 17-5, 5:37 remaining, second quarter. Breaks the double team. The Greyhounds look good when they're running. But Stapoli Josh was not happy with that call. Not sure I agree with it. I think he has a legitimate beef. He'll take a breather. Francia back in.
For the Monessen Greyhounds. That is Josh Stapoli's third personal foul.
And he's on the bench because, as you may have heard the PA announcer say, that was his third personal foul. Another travel. Seems as though every time the Panthers get inside among the trees, they take an extra step. Panthers in the full court pressure, out of bounds, off of Albert. Looked to me as though that was off of Bolius, but I'm across the court. I guess I didn't have a good look. You can't move. You can't move his feet. Took, I guess, a half step. Again, that was an inbounds off. Wasn't after a basket, so he can't move along the baseline. Greyhounds work the ball inside. A nice baseline move by Stapoli. He missed. Johnson got the rebound. He missed. Air by Stapoli. Lamberio, watch for Johnson. Oh, very nice play by Steve. He saw the 6'7" Johnson out the corner of his eye. Didn't go to the basket. Pull-up jumper, quickly releasing it. He felt the pressure from the defender coming down court. 19-5. Panther lead as we approach midway mark of the second quarter. Oh, I thought Steve was going to get that. Johnson can't get it to go. Finally someone scores.
Stapoli on the follow, 4-2, Terrence Stapoli.
Again, once they set up that half-court offense and start working the ball inside, it's going to be very, very difficult for the Panthers to defend those trees that are underneath. One of the reasons why they'll want to get the full court pressure and keep the ball from ever getting inside. Nice head fake. Oh, Steve took him to school on that one. I think that was a pass. 21-7, Panther 14-point lead. You won't see the Panthers doing any alley-oops, just fundamental basketball. Oh, they were tangled up a little bit there. Relax, Garrett. Oh. The head fake. Del Rey went for the head fake and ran Stapoli over.
Foul is Garrett Del Rey's second foul. Team 6 rubber St. Clair. Beck, Dietrich, Worthy, and Conwell back in.
That was the sixth team foul. We'll have Jalen Monessen putting the ball in for Monessen. Deflection and a steal. Nope, not quite the steal. Again, if the guards can get the ball into the hands of Stapoli and Johnson, Monessen can make some points.
Stapoli will shoot the 1-1 as upper St. Clair at 7 fouls.
Terrence Stapoli steps to the line. Front end of a 1-1. Panthers now with 17 fouls. First one is good.
Stapoli gets the bonus.
Cuts the Panther lead to 13. 21-8. 3:10 remaining. In and out. Lane violation on the Panthers. We'll get to shoot that again. Yeah, I think that was on Dietrich. He's got the much taller, much longer Johnson trying to crash the board, so he's doing his best to keep him out of there. It's a battle. You may have seen that right in front of, right on this side of the lane. Number 10 Dietrich and number 15 Johnson. Big pick by Christian Beck, and he gets the ball back inside. Johnson, and there he is running the court. Conwell will put the ball into Worthy. Bolius picking up Lamberio way outside. Number 4 Francia makes the interception but steps out of bounds as he breaks down court. Greyhound defense stepping it up a little bit here, trying to apply some of the same pressure to the Panthers as the Panthers have. Running layup. They're just a little too big underneath, guys. You get that offensive rebound, it's okay to kick it back out and restart the offense. Again, Johnson running the floor, gets the tip in. 21-10, 11-point Panther lead. That's going to be a walk. Can't change your pivot foot. I applaud the Panthers for trying to be tough and not be intimidated by the taller Greyhounds. But at some point in time, you can't just beat your head against the wall. They're not going to go for the first head fake. You can't push them completely off the ball. If there's two men on you, it's okay to kick the ball back out and let McCormick or Limberio have a three-pointer. You have some shooters. But at any rate, while I'm lecturing about the Panther offensive attack, Johnson being admonished for his play by the rather squeakily voiced Monessen head coach. Worthy breaks the pressure pretty easily. Boley is complaining he wanted a foul of some sort. It's getting a little chippy inside there, fans. Nice play by Dietrich. Turnover. But the Panthers can't get to the ball. Jalen Monessen did a nice job there. Johnson underneath. Goes up strong with the left hand. Can't get it to go. 23-10, 13-point Panther lead. 1:16 remaining, second quarter. Johnson comes over the back. He really doesn't need to do that. He can just play defense from behind. He doesn't have to stop the entry.
Albert and Steen back in the lineup for the Panthers.
Conwell and Worthy take a seat on the bench for Albert and Steen.
Back in for the Greyhounds.
'Alonzo Payne in for Johnson.
Dietrich, nice move for two.
Dietrich gets his second basket. 25-10, 15-point Panther lead. Clock winds down under a minute. Running one-hander by Bolius. Not exactly what you would call a high percentage shot, but it went in. Brady Kunza steals the ball off of Albert. Nice behind the back pass. Oh, and a little too much dipsy doodle. Albert with the jumper. Yes.
Albert pulls up for two.
As Dick Vitale would say, a little too much French pastry. He just threw the ball at the basket. Not sure what he was trying to do. 10 seconds remaining. 15-point Panther lead. There was a little contact. I'm not sure I see that one, but I think that's a good no call. But I guess Albert initiated the contact with his pointy elbow.
Worthy Rangers for Albert.
6.8 seconds remaining. McCormick will get in Jalen Monessen's face to make the inbounds pass difficult. Put the man with the big wingspan on the ball. Deflection by Beck. Kept the ball from getting into the hands of Terrence Stapoli, where he could have pulled up for a nice open three-pointer. Desperation three at the buzzer. Well, there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. 27-12, halftime score. We're going to get ourselves a cold drink here. You do the same. We'll be back with the recap of the scoring at the beginning of the second half. Thank you. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the second half of the Upper St. Clair Monessen Holiday Tip-Off, Holiday Classic final game, whatever. Sorry, it's been a long day. At any rate, your Panthers are ahead 27-12 at the half. Again, possibly the best defensive effort of the year so far. Scorers quickly for St. Clair: McCormick 2, Jordan Albert 4, Steen 1, Del Rey 1. Liberio leading all scorers with 10. Dietrich 4 off the bench, Worthy with 5 off the bench. The list is a little much shorter for the Greyhounds. Bolius has 4, Cam Johnson 2, Josh Stapoli 2, and Terrence Stapoli 4.
The second half will start with Monessen having possession. One more reminder, MSA Sports is here tonight. They are broadcasting live on pay-per-view. You can listen to the game at www.msasports.net. The game is being broadcast by the legendary Don Rebel and the also legendary Johnny Lee.
You know, he announces that, and I appreciate the work he does. However, he's telling people that are at the game that it's being broadcast. He really needs to be telling the people outside the game that it's being broadcast. But again, that's just me. I find humor in all these stupid things. Anyway, here we go. St. Clair's starting lineup on the court. Monessen works it inside. Johnson with the follow-up.
Johnson follow for 2.
Liberio goes baseline. Let's see if we can set that Monessen lineup. 2 Bolius, 25 Stapoli, 15 Johnson. Del Rey, nice little drop step. Well, once again, they try an alley-oop. A little too much French pastry. Alper with the ball, a little pile-up in the backcourt. Liberio, an open 3. Long rebound. Alper tries to control it in the corner, but he can't. Jalen Madison, Stapoli, Johnson, Bolius, and Madison. Madison puts the ball in. 29-14, early going third quarter. St. Clair in black, white and red trim, going right to left. Air ball, but Johnson controls it. Goes up strong with those long arms and big, strong hands.
For 2 and 1.
Johnson going to the line. This is his first trip to the free throw line. Well, now they've scored 4 points in the first minute compared to 12 points in the first 16. Del Rey's going to take a breather. Dietrich in for him. Rims out. Dietrich rebound. I think what you see here in the second half is the Panthers will rotate their defenders on the taller Johnson, keeping a strong body, whether it's in the form of Dietrich or Beck on him. Beck backs in, or Dietrich backs in. Oh, nice rebound. And there's Johnson running the 4.
Johnson, and he'll shoot for a 3-point play.
That's 6 points for Johnson here in the first minute and a half. 29-18, Panther lead, cut to 11. I think you can see that first minute, 30 seconds of the third quarter, what I was referring to earlier in the broadcast. If the Greyhounds start running, no pun intended, they can make some points. They have a very, very athletic front row. If they can get out off of a Panther turnover, it'll spell trouble. But they do need some stops here. Liberio says, we're taking some time off the clock. Not a bad idea. Patience here. I think you'll see a very patient Panther offense. Alper with the head fake. Doesn't draw any iron. Worthy with a nice deflection to nip the Greyhound fast break in the bud. This is a tough front line. Stapoli, and Johnson. They're pretty big, and they're athletic. Again, the way their forwards get out on the break, they almost run the ball better than the guards do. Panthers packing in a 2-3. Again, the half-court offense is not where the Greyhounds are going to make their hay. Jumper from the baseline. Johnson rebound, puts it back in.
Johnson on the follow for 2.
Panther lead cut to 9. Johnson 8 points, almost totaling the entire output of his team in the first half. Stolen by Johnson. Look for the slam. The Monessen faithful looking for an intentional foul. It was a hard foul, borderline intentional. I don't think he went for the player. He went for the ball. Yes, it was hard. He was not going to let the breaking Johnson dunk in his building. 29-20, 9-point Panther lead. Front rim, no good. Johnson with all 8 Greyhound points here in the third quarter. He can take over a game. Second one is good. No, lane violation. The Monessen coaching staff cannot be happy. That was number 1, Jalen Monessen. I know it was him because he wouldn't look back at the coach when the coach was chewing him out from across the court. A much more aggressive, much improved Monessen defense here in the third quarter. You know, an entirely different energy level.
His first team first.
You can see them pressing the ball, going for the steals, taking some chances. Steen decides not to shoot with the taller Napoli on him. Rebound, a swing of an elbow. And here come the Greyhounds. Johnson down court very quickly. Long three-point attempt, no good. Guess who got the rebound? Goes up with the left hand.
Johnson follows for 2.
29-22. Nice head fake, gets Johnson up in the air. Yes.
Lamberio off the head fake for 2.
Lamberio says, take that, Mr. Johnson.
Hey, once again, thank you to
31-22, Panther 9-point lead, 4:40 remaining.
How good they are. You can go to Gabriel Brothers and buy a suit, and they'll come back looking like you bought it at Brooks Brothers. That's how good Bottle Cleaners is.
I'm not sure that people at Gabriel's will be too happy with that endorsement of their clothing, but I'm not sure Brooks Brothers will be either, for that matter. Oh, an exciting four. We had more excitement there in the first 4 minutes of this third quarter than the whole first half combined. Monessen looking a little bit more like the team that beat Bethel Park yesterday than they did in the first half. We've got Steen, Worthy, Dietrich, Alpert, and Beck facing up against Cam Johnson, Stapoli, Richie Wall, who hadn't been in before, and number 10, and number 4, Jeff Francia. Come on, it's got to be 3 seconds.
Josh Foley down close for 2.
Stapoli cuts the Panther lead to 7. Worthy looks to drive, hand check back. Oh, a sloppy pass. Had the defender been looking, he would have intercepted that one. Three-pointer by Steen, front rim. Long rebound to Dietrich. Dietrich drives, kicks it out to Worthy. Worthy, the running one-hander among the trees. Can't get it to go. Foul on the floor. It's the fourth Panther foul here in the second half. Only one committed so far by the Greyhounds. Long three-pointer for Wall. Can't get the rebound. No blood, no foul. Good no call. Johnson in and out with Stapoli. Nice defense by the Panthers. On the break, Worthy decides to take it all the way. Gets stepped on by his own player. Here we go. Oh, very nice play by Christian Beck. Anticipated the pass. Again, Stapoli and Johnson running the break. Again, they're looking for a Phi-Slamma Jamma from Cam Johnson anytime they can. Bolius with his shoe off on the sideline. It looks like he's addressing a blister problem. Kuncicek back in. Oh, what a play by Johnson. He finally missed a shot, spun around, got his own rebound, cuts the Panther lead to 5. Panthers don't have an answer for Johnson here in the third quarter. An offensive foul on the pick. Panthers are coming apart at the seams. Well, Johnson has now matched the entire total, the total of the entire Monessen team in 5 minutes in the third quarter that the team had in the entire first half. 31-26. 2:36 remaining, third quarter. Johnson coming out, tries to set a pick on Jordan. He's wide open. They were double teaming the ball. Deflected out of bounds. Monessen ball. Bolius and Madison checking back in for the Greyhounds. Oh, nice. There's a case where number one, Jalen Monessen, was losing his balance to avoid the traveling call. He threw a pass while he was falling down. Lamberio jumped the pass, and then out of frustration, the Greyhound grabbed Lamberio. Did you get that? At any rate, Panther ball. Johnson's on the bench, needs a breather. Alonzo Payne in for Cam Johnson. Again, this defense pressing the ball, coming out much further than they did in the first half. They've cut the Panther 15-point halftime lead down to 5. Foul on the floor.
His first and third.
Be Panther ball under the basket. Lamberio loses his balance. That'll be a walk. Panthers going back to that full court pressure that was so successful in the first half. Sometimes if a team plays tougher defense, that gets the energy level up and it makes their offense that much sharper. Keeps their intensity level high. Nice jumper by Bolius. Panther lead down to 3. Not the best foul by Bolius. And the squeaky Fromm is letting him know he's not happy with the call, with his action. Jeff Francia in for Bolius. Cross-court pass. Albert ducks out, pulls up for the 3. Yes.
Albert for 3.
Panther lead back to 6, 34-28. We have a basketball game, ladies and gentlemen. Nice give and go. A little too much mustard on it. Oh, it wasn't there, Jordan. Brunza goes coast to coast. Oh, number 10, Stapoli was a little lucky on that. He went up strong trying to dunk it. The ball slipped out of his hands and accidentally went through the basket. 4-point Panther lead. Strong pick. Oh, as a that's one of those plays that in the playground or in the prison playground, that is not a foul. Just a good hard screen. Maybe he dipped his shoulder, maybe he didn't. Again, the scrawnier Greyhound went flying backwards and made it look much, much worse than it was. Bouncing off of young Christian Beck like a small ping pong ball. 34-30, 4-point Panther lead. Oh, Panthers getting away with some hand checking there. Jumper, long rebound. Lamberio going over that, but it's getting chippy underneath. Lamberio goes over the top, draws the foul.
Lamberio, that is St. Clair's 17th foul. Next one will shoot 1-1.
Here before the end of the third quarter, the Monessen Greyhounds will be shooting the rest of the way. Front rim, rebound Stapoli, a long three, a long rebound. I don't know, I think if I'm Monessen, maybe I hold that ball and try to work it inside instead of taking a 24-foot three-point shot. Panthers will be happy to settle for the last shot here. Alpert drives, goes up strong with his left hand. Nice basket. Whoa! Number 10, Stapoli, had a little extra mustard on that long desperation shot.
Please do yourself a favor. First off, let's say thanks to the LeClark brothers. They're behind me from Auto Cleaners. Thank you, LeClark, for sponsoring us. And please, please do business with the Auto Cleaners. They are great people, and they are a great business.
Well, at the end of the third quarter, that third quarter was a complete 180-degree turnaround from the first half. Panthers, after holding the Greyhounds to 12 points in the first two quarters, the Greyhounds, primarily on the back of Cam Johnson, exploded for 18 points in the third quarter to cut that 15-point halftime lead down to 6. They did have the lead cut to 3 at one time, but a three-pointer by Albert near the end of the half got the lead back up to 6. On the court for the Greyhounds, we've got Cam Johnson, who's enjoying the music between. Johnson, Stapoli.
The winner is a red ticket. It is 598-742. 598-742.
Well, I didn't win tonight. I did win a whopping $20 in last night's 50-50, but no dice tonight. Panthers have their starting lineup of Lamberio, Alpert, Steen, McCormick, and Del Rey. Possession arrow is pointing to the Greyhounds. 17 fouls to 4. Del Rey works it inside. Ball batted away. Out of bounds. St. Clair ball. Alpert drives, throws it up over his head. Again, he didn't have a good vision. He had the weak side defenders coming across. Panthers in the zone defense. Someone finally decided to get a body on Johnson. 3-point, nope, he fakes. Foul on the floor before the basket. Nice head fake from McCormick. I thought he was putting up a 3. Gave him a chance to dribble around his man, draw a foul. Del Rey looks to drive. Oh, that was halfway down. Oh, what's this going to be? Now, I don't quite get that. How can Stapoli wrap his arm around Limberio's pencil-thin body, throw him to the floor, and then have the foul be on Limberio?
1-1 at the other end.
Steve definitely got the worst of that foul. Stapoli looking to cut the Panther lead for an end of the 1-1. Draws nothing but air. It'll be Panther ball underneath the basket. Limberio head fake. Nice, very nice, Steven. Ball gently swept through the basket. 8-point Panther lead. Steen applying the pressure. Johnson does not look comfortable with the ball when he's 15 feet away from the basket. Stapoli drives, draws the foul. He'll shoot two.
Del Rey. Stapoli will shoot two. That is Del Rey's fourth personal foul.
We'll see. I think Coach Holder's just going to leave him in now. Let him play, and when he's done, he's done. First free throw from Stapoli is good. 7-point Panther lead. 6:39. Fourth quarter. Long rebound swatted out of there by Stapoli. But Del Rey controls the ball. Steen, three-pointer, in and out. Rebound Johnson. Here come the Greyhounds. Oh.
Timeout, Monessen.
Monessen calls timeout before that three-pointer went up. 38-31, 7-point Panther lead, 6:22 remaining. Checking the upcoming games for your Upper St. Clair Panthers. They'll be playing Tuesday, January 5th at Ringgold. Wednesday, January 6th, home against Cannon Mac. And then Friday, January 8th, home against Bethel Park. We're starting the section segment of the schedule. So every game from now on, for the most part, will be a section game, and we'll have 3 that first week after in the new year. Greyhounds back on the court. We've got Johnson, Stapoli, Madison, and Bolius. For the Panthers, McCormick, Alpert, Limberio, Steen, and Del Rey. Coach Holzer allowing Garrett to play with 4 personals. 6:22 remaining, 7-point Panther lead. Let's see what Monessen cooked up during that timeout. Panthers double the ball, leave three-pointer wide open. You've got to get that rebound. That's a long rebound. It's anybody's ball. Nice play by Steen. Charlie Hustle. Just inside the three-point line. Limberio, he's money. He's money tonight. He's got that stroke going. 16 points for Limberio. Bounce pass to no one. Turnover, St. Clair, 9-point lead, 5:39 remaining. Final stanza, final game of the Model Cleaners 2009 Holiday Tournament. A very odd call away from the basket. Steen and Madison getting a little chippy and getting tied up again. If you hit the DVR, the TiVo button, you'll probably go back and see that it's always the second guy that gets called. Madison probably smacks Steen. Steen smacks him back. Steen gets called. Nice drop step.
Pinned by Stapoli for 2.
40-33, cuts the Panther lead to 7 with that Stapoli basket. Steen gets the ball inside to Del Rey. Del Rey goes up strong. Bodies up Stapoli.
Timeout the Panthers. Hey, I'd be remiss if I didn't ask you guys to thank you, this group of volunteers, the Upper St. Clair basketball boosters. Tournaments like this do not happen without the time and effort of these 5 men, 5 women. They spent their time and their efforts. Please give them a thank you.
All right, I'm going to let, as I've said previous broadcasts, if the PA announcer is talking, I'll let him go and not try to fight him most times. At any rate, quick game reset. 5:01 remaining. St. Clair timeout. I suspect Holzer called timeout after the Del Rey basket to play an offense-defensive switch, get a few extra possessions out of his big man Del Rey before he picks up his 5th foul. So look for either Dietrich or Beck. Probably Dietrich, since Beck has 4 fouls as well. Probably look for Dietrich to check back in here. Panthers are in the double bonus. They've committed 10 fouls, so every foul except a shooting foul from now on out for the Greyhounds will be of the 2-shot variety. The Greyhounds have only committed 5 fouls themselves, so it'll be a couple of more before the Panthers get to the line. Madison, Bolius, Stapoli, and Johnson. And after all that deliberation and analysis, I was incorrect. Del Rey is staying in. So much for my theory. Marginal backcourt pressure. McCormick hand-checking Stapoli. Stapoli gets inside. Ripped down by McCormick. Bounce pass into Del Rey. Del Rey goes around the basket. Dipsy Doodle Del Rey. Big basket. 11-point lead. 4:31 remaining. Bolius left his feet, tried to dump it off to Johnson. Again, once you go up in the air and then turn around and pass the ball back, Albert goes coast to coast, blowing by the defender. Fouled on the way in. He'll be shooting 2. Couple of substitutions coming in for the Greyhounds. First one from Albert, nothing but net. Dietrich in, as well as number 4, Jeff Francia for Monessen, and number 11, Brady Kunza. The 2 free throws from Albert take the Panther lead back to 7. No, 13. I can't count. 46-33. That's 13. I'm an engineer. I like math. Ball tipped out of Stapoli's hands. He was looking for a call. I'm not sure what he was expecting. 3-pointer, long. Del Rey bats the ball out. Bats the ball around. Can't control it. Long pass. A little too long and too high. If it's too long and too high for Mr. Johnson, it's really long and really high. 3:52 remaining, 13-point Panther lead. I would imagine the Panthers would be patient on this possession. Try to run a little clock. Don't want to completely freeze the ball, but no sense in taking a quick shot either. Albert tied up 35 feet away from the basket, close to a 5-second call. Albert doing a little one-on-one on Stapoli. Foul on the floor, away from the basket, or away from the ball.
Foul on Johnson. St. Clair will shoot 1-1 as that is their team 7.
Timeout, Monessen.
30-second timeout by the Greyhounds.
I love a 30-second timeout.
Thank you.
Here we go.
Fans for coming out last night in the bad and cold weather. This tournament would not be possible. It would not be a fun game with no fans. We thank you for your support, and the St. Clair Panthers will be home again on January 6th versus the Canada Macmillan Big Macs.
We've got Stapoli, Johnson, Bolius, Francia, and Kunza from Monessen. Del Rey will be at the line shooting a front end of a 1-1. He's joined by Limberio, Dietrich, Albert, and McCormick. He was bent over. I couldn't quite see who it was. Long rebound. The shot was long and the rebound was long. Another possession for the Panthers. Exactly what the Monessen Greyhounds did not need. Anyone, put the ball in. This is getting to be pressure time for the Greyhounds. 13-point lead with 3 minutes to go. They need some stops if they're going to get back into this game. Jumper from the free throw line. A nice pull-up jumper by Albert. Rejection by Beck. Or Dietrich, rejection by Dietrich. But St. Clair stepped out on the end line as we gained possession. So it'll stay at this end of the court. Stapoli drives baseline, bounces off of Del Rey.
That is an offensive foul on John Stapoli. Possession for the Panthers.
A nice acting job by Del Rey. There just wasn't that much contact. Would have been a good no call. Watch out! Oh, thought I saw a nasty collision coming there. Alpert pull-up jumper, in and out. Rebound Johnson, quick outlet pass. Doing his best Wes Unseld imitation. The Greyhounds couldn't control the ball. 48-33, 15-point Panther lead.
On for St. Clair Panthers.
.234 remaining. St. Clair holding on to a 15-point lead, 48-33. Be St. Clair ball when the teams come back onto the court. Del Rey's played the last 5 or 6 minutes here with 4 personal fouls. Done a nice job of not committing the 5th. Took a nice offensive foul on Stapoli on the possession before last. Bolius and Francia in the backcourt with Stapoli, and Johnson in the front court for the Greyhounds. Panthers look like they're bringing their starting lineup back out. Steen, Albert, Limberio, Dietrich, and Del Rey. Not Dietrich, McCormick, excuse me. Steen having some trouble. Tosses the ball in just to avoid the... Again, another attempt at an alley-oop dipsy doodle.
Josh Stapoli followed for 2.
Stapoli cleaned up the pass/rebound. But number 10, Terrence Stapoli, went down hard. I can't tell. He's curling in pain. I can't tell whether he hit his head. It's an ankle and knee. Being attended by the coaching and trainers from Monessen. Tell you what, we'll take a break here while they tend to Napoli, and we'll be back in a few seconds. All right. Well, that wasn't as long as Stapoli is picked himself up. He's wobbling off the court. It looks like a knee or an ankle. Never like to see anyone get hurt, whether it's your own team or an opponent. Panthers inbound the ball. Now, if I'm not mistaken, he could move with that because it was off of a basket. But sometimes when there's that stoppage in play, number 2, Bolius, doesn't get there quite in time. That'll put Limberio on the line. Front end of a 1-and-1. 9 team fouls for Monessen. 48-33. 2-2-2 remaining. Dietrich will be coming back in here for someone. First one by Limberio is good. Dietrich in for McCormick. Second one from Limberio is good. 15-point Panther lead, 2:20 remaining. Jumper, no good. Some backcourt pressure. They need a stop and a quick turnover. Oh, nice ball fake. Bodies flying everywhere. Bolius got hit hard by Dietrich. Again, there was Johnson cleaning up, slamming that one home, even though it didn't count. He was following the shot. Had the foul not been called, he would have been Johnny on the spot with the putback. As it is, 30-35, 50-35, 15-point Panther lead. Exactly 2 minutes remaining. First one rims out for Bolius. Leaves the Panther lead at 15, leaves Bolius with 6. Dietrich holding his side in a funny kind of way, or his arm after that last foul. He might be shaken up a little bit. We'll need to keep an eye on that. Trainer Joe chatting with him. He doesn't look to be in pain other than he's holding his right side, and now he's doubling over. But at any rate, Panthers playing keep away here, 1:45 remaining. I think the Panthers will be content to not shoot again and force Monessen into a fouling situation. McCormick drives, kicks it back out. Steve said, I'll shoot. Got his own long rebound. That was the dagger. That's a dagger for the Greyhounds, allowing the Panthers to take a long shot, which is exactly what you'd want them to do if you're Monessen. Take a long jumper, and then they allowed Limberio to get his own rebound. Sometimes when a team is taking time off the clock like that, and you've got your guards and your small forward pressuring the ball, sometimes the men underneath get a little complacent. Let's go, boys. Buzzer is calling you back out. Josh Chassanan, number 20, comes in for Monessen. He's out there with Alonzo Payne, Madison, Kunza, and Richie Wall. So these are all substitutes in here. These are all second-string players for Monessen. I guess their coach has decided this one's out of control. 52-36. Nice basket by Del Rey. Gives him 9. A quiet 9. Long three-pointer by Richie Wall. Got the line and no iron. Holzer sees what Monessen has done. Decides to bring in some of the substitutes himself. Klein inbounds the ball to Conwell. In the game last night in mop-up time, Klein had a couple of threes, brought the crowd to its feet, as did Ben Richardson. Again, a 16-point lead, just under 1 minute to go. Del Rey throwing picks left and right. I didn't see that foul. Klein did something illegal, but darned if I'd seen it. Schwaba in. Let's go, Jack. Got Klein, Conwell, Richardson, Beck the Younger, and Schwaba. Inside to Shawsanan. Long three. No. You got to shoot. Ooh, a little behind the back. Schwaba with the rebound. And he gives up a dribble. Wasn't sure what to do with it. Jack, you don't want to give up your dribble like that. Under 30 seconds remaining. 52-36. Richardson tied up. Oh, Klein kicks the ball, taps the ball off of Shawsanan's head, right to himself. That's a vintage Harlem Globetrotter move against the New York Generals. 52-36, 16-point Panther lead with 16 seconds remaining. Running one-hander, no good. Gets his own rebound. Bodies flying, ball being swatted around. And that long three-pointer, that brick off the back of the rim, ends this game. Very interesting game. The Greyhounds owned the third quarter, but the Panthers won the other three, and they wind up with a 16-point lead. Looking at our scores real quick for the Panthers, McCormick with two, a quiet two, but he did a lot of other things with rebounds. Jordan Albert with 15. No, he's got 15. Lamberia with 18. I hate when the PA man does my job for me, but at any rate, Del Rey had 9, Steen had 1, Lamberio had 18, Dietrich off the bench with 4, and Worthy with 5. Final score, Panthers 52-36. Good night and Happy New Year from Hank Chesko and my favorite videographer, Anthony Cugini.